Welcome, fellow Raiders, to the end of Season 2. I can't believe we're actually here already. It feels like just like yesterday that we just got the game when it came out in October, right? So far, obviously, we went through the first expedition, we wiped. Then I streamed during Christmas for 7 days straight because I wanted to see how long it takes me to get back to where I was before. And I was able to literally get back to the same spot by Sunday, which was the 7 day. So we started the wipe Monday. On Sunday, I was already done with all the quests and everything, and I was ready for the expedition and had the 5 million in value. Back then, we didn't know it was going to change, so obviously, I'm still sitting on more money than needed. And after that, I was only playing for either through projects, the limited time events, helping my friends level up, and doing doing just PvE stuff. We started doing some PvPs. So let me just recap this on how much I did. So I started the first expedition I finished the first season at 215 hours and 137 topside. This is in one of the earliest videos. And now I'm at 393 and 249 topside. So overall, I spent 215 in the game and 137 topside in the first season, and then in this season I spent 178 hours in game and 112 on topside, which averages out to about the exact same, except that in the first season, that whole season took me to get to the 5 million. In this one, I was already ready after 7 days, and every other game time was just for fun. Because I actually finished the full season 2 all the way to the expedition in 65 hours and spent 43 hours topside, and I already had the 5 mil. Everything else after that was fun. So let me show you guys my skill tree because I just want to talk about that a little bit. So let me see if I can move this a little bit. Yeah, so this is my skill tree that I used in after the first expedition with the 81 skill points total. I did not get Security Breach. I think I had it early and then I respec'd in the middle of the season because I figured that Crawl Before You Walk and Turtle Crawl is actually more useful on this character where I actually do some PvP. So overall, I'm satisfied with what this skill tree did for me, and I am not going to change too much on the next season. We're getting 5 extra skill points, so the way I'm going to spend it is very simple. I will take Security Breach, which means that I have to put in 2 more points and a third one to actually unlock it. So what we're probably going to do is I'm probably going to spend 2 more points in Stubborn Mule in this exact same skill tree section. I'm going to put 2 more in Stubborn Mule, and then I'll take this one. And then I'm going to be in a situation where I have 2 more skill points after everything looks the same. I am either going to put it in Effortless Roll or Down But Determined. I have to do some research on this because I don't know if Down But Determined is affected by the Survivor Augment or not. Because that one already regenerates your health. So... but does that mean that if I have points in Down But Determined, does that mean that when I crawl, that goes down slower? So I can crawl faster before I have to stop and then wait for it to regen. So I don't know that. If that's the case, I'll probably take Down But Determined because I never really care about the Effortless Roll as much. I don't PvP in that hardcore of a sense. I did complete every project in the game. All of these, obviously the expedition. I'm at 6.8 mil. I did help a couple friends to get to the 3 mil, so I gave away half of my stash already. If I go back here, there is not much left. Most of my good stuff I already gave away or donated or just donated in like a raid. I'm actually probably going to end up just selling everything anyway because there isn't really a need for any of this stuff. So I'll probably just go ahead and just sell everything. I've been playing a lot of like Freak at Stella PvPs just for practice and just fun. And so I don't even keep anything. I literally just sell and then I'll just keep going. So none of this is actually useful because we're wiping in less than 12 hours, and I can't wait. So I'm just gonna sell everything, have an empty stash, and then we're gonna hit the new season. I'll keep that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So we're gonna start the new season exactly the same as the last one. I only have 1 day to play, so I'm gonna focus on getting Scrappy maxed out in the first day and possibly getting all the benches to level 2, depending on how much time I actually have to play. I think that's a fair choice to do and actually achievable in 1 day, and then I'll come back on the weekend and actually get levels to, or the benches to level 3. After I get the benches to level 3, I'm gonna focus on starting the expedition and filling out the requirements for that. Now I don't know in this scenario when I'm gonna actually start doing a focus on the quests, because some of the items from the quests I actually do need, like the Borletta blueprint, some of the nades, like the trigger nade and stuff like that, is good to have. So I actually will probably do end up doing quests in one of the early days of the wipe, because you can just run them and they're pretty much, it's pretty easy to do. So alright, so I have 3 Bobcat blueprints, which I'm gonna give away to some lucky fella in probably a Stellamontes thing. We have 13 hours to go. And if I go into my stats, I did have more kills. The last season I ended with 84, so a lot more PvP, a lot more revives, and a lot more revives on strangers as well. The defib is one of the most underutilized things in the whole game. Like, every single raid you should have defibs on you if you are playing with a team. And if you're friendly, just bring it into solo lobbies too, and pick up some other friendly people, especially at like Queen and Matriarch runs, when you're trying to farm, you know, like the parts and stuff, and help out the others. So I ended up, I think, I don't know if I can actually see that, but I did kill the Queen a couple times, and I think it counted. There's a place where you can see this somewhere, I just don't remember exactly. And I started using legendary weapons as well in this season, so we'll see how much next season change brings. I'm happy to have more in the stash to go over 300 spaces on the next season. And I think having 10 points straight up at the beginning on the skill tree is going to be extremely useful, because I can pretty much max out my stamina. I can just do Nimble Climber 1, Marathon Runner 1, do 5 in this one, and then potentially, I really think that this is super duper important. Breaching takes less time. So either this or the loot is revealed faster. So I think I'm going to do 5 stamina, and then maybe Luther's Instinct first, and then Proficient Prior, and then just keep going from there. So I'm super excited about the next season, and I hope I get to play with some of you in the future. So, you know, come to the stream when you see me live, either here on YouTube or on Twitch under my name, which is David Monostory. So it's linked in the description. And I'll be live tomorrow. Not as soon as the vibe starts, because that's 3 a.m. my time, but pretty shortly after that, I'm gonna be up and try to get as much done at the beginning as I can. And, well, happy raiding, guys. I'll see you guys topside.